Hey everyone, maybe you're thinking of selling or you just signed a listing agreement. You're probably wondering what's next. And this can be overwhelming as a seller if you're unclear on what the next steps are involved in getting you to MLS. So let's talk about everything that's going to happen from now until going on MLS. The first step is to have a staging consultation. So whether or not you actually plan to have staging done, important to have somebody with an interior design background come in and give you ideas on things like decluttering, what to put away, what to leave out. And this also gives a stager an opportunity to put together a plan, take inventory for all the items required for the actual staging day. The next step might be to have a professional cleaning company come in. Even though your home probably looks great, we want to make sure things like the dust on the baseboards, that area behind the fridge, under the couch, all these often overlooked areas are spick and span, totally clean, and your house is looking 100%. The next step is to schedule actual staging. So we're going to schedule a time, typically in the morning, about 2 to 3 hours, to have the stager and the staging team come by your house with a truck full of furniture and decor items and start moving stuff into your home. So they're going to bring in things like tables, couches, whatever we think is required to complement the aesthetic of your already great looking house. Once staging is done, it's time for photography. And it is so important to have a professional photographer with the right equipment come in, because so often we see agents go through with their iPhone and they take a mix of photos with the wrong lighting, and it doesn't showcase your house the absolute right way. We want to have somebody with the right equipment and the know-how to use it, so that they're going to take both wide angle shots that showcase the spaces of your home, but also more focused shots that showcase the features of your home. Also on this day, the agent is typically going to be present to make sure that not only things go smoothly, but also if things need to be moved out of the way, and shoot a professional video that we're later going to use for social media. And if needed, drone photography will also be done while the photographer is there. Once we've got photos done, it's time to start drafting up the listing remarks. So the listing agent is going to put their head down and draft up a few paragraphs that are catchy, exciting, draw people's eyes to the page, and also highlight all of the important features, mechanicals, all the things that are important to you in your home and to prospective buyers. Typically, these remarks are going to be sent to the seller to make sure that everybody's on the same page and we're happy with what's potentially going to be going on MLS. The next step is the for sale sign. So we find it's best to go on MLS typically on a Tuesday or Wednesday. It's important to note in your local real estate board what the rules are, because our real estate board, we can put a coming soon sign as early as 3 days before the actual listing day. So we might be able to put a sign up on Sunday or Monday for a listing that's starting on Tuesday or Wednesday. And what's going to accompany this for sale sign is the open house sign to start drawing traffic for the coming open house this opening weekend. Once we have the sign up, before we go to MLS, we want to do what's called a team preview day. And think of this as a trial run for your listing. So we're going to have 20 to 30 agents from our team come through your house and show it like a practice showing. And this is important because it often finds out things like maybe there's a smell coming from the garage, or some lights need to be turned on in the basement, or maybe our price is a tad too high. These are all great things to know before we actually go live on MLS with real prospective interested buyers. Now it's finally listing day. So the sign is up. We've previewed your home. It's time to put the photos and the remarks and all of the MLS data onto MLS. So in the morning, a listing coordinator is going to curate all of the best photos and put them in the right order to showcase your home in its best light. We're going to take all of the remarks and all of the MLS info and make sure that everything is correct, dot our I's, cross our T's, and put together what's called a draft that the listing agent is going to review and will also be sent to the seller to make sure that absolutely everything is 100% ready to go to MLS. Now, going on to MLS involves going on all local real estate boards. This is important because in many areas there are multiple real estate boards that don't necessarily communicate with each other. In our area, there's both the Toronto Real Estate Board and the Hamilton-Burlington Real Estate Board, and these two boards do not communicate with each other. That means if your agent is only a member of one board, the searches that they set up for clients won't be sent because they will not see that listing in their local real estate board. So always make sure you're asking if your agent is a member of all local real estate boards to ensure maximum exposure. Once your home is live on MLS, it's time to syndicate the listing. So this means it's on all platforms: HouseSigma, Realtor.ca, Zillow, anywhere where there are real estate listings, your home should be easy to search, easy to find. There's no worse feeling than having your friend say, I couldn't find your listing. I was trying to find the photos. I couldn't see it anywhere. Syndication allows us to get it on every single platform, so no matter what, the right buyer will see your home. On top of that, we're also going to run print ads, which are very important to draw serious buyers' attention to your listing. And at our team, we do a newsletter every single month where your home will be listed that goes out to 110,000 people. And we get a lot of calls and inquiries this way. Now, many agents opt not to do print advertising because it can be very expensive. So I'd be asking your agent whether or not they do print advertising, because even in this day and age, it's an important selling feature. Once your listing is live on MLS, in addition to print advertisements, we want to boost your posts on all social media platforms. So we'll be putting your video in as a reel, we'll be posting the photos as a post, it'll be posted as a story, and it'll be boosted to ensure maximum exposure across all platforms. Now the listing is live, so ideally what's going to start happening is you're going to get showing requests from prospective buyers. And the beautiful thing about this today is that these showing requests go directly to your phone by either text or email, and you control the showing times for prospective agents and buyers by simply either confirming or denying directly from your phone. It's super simple today. Also, in the opening week, because we have an open house coming on this first Sunday, we want to make sure that we're getting maximum exposure to people to come through and drive as much traffic as possible. So the listing agent is going to deliver flyers to not only let your neighbors know their house is for sale, but also invite people in the neighborhood to the coming open house. Speaking of open houses, we're going to typically do this open house Sunday, 2 to 4 on the opening weekend. We're going to advertise this in print. We're going to push it on social media. We're going to put it on our website. It's going to be advertised on MLS, and we're going to try and get as much traffic through on this opening weekend to drive prospective buyers to your listing. And that's the process. From signing the listing agreement to going on the market, there are a lot of important steps involved that go on in the background to make sure that your home is put on the market the absolute best way. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions. Thank you for watching, and all the best with your home sale.